Can I actually probe you on that further? So you've often described your relationship with physics as an arranged marriage. Philosophy was your first love. Like you said earlier, you asked to enroll in the military in Israel, and the only way you could pursue intellectual work was if you ventured into a career in physics. And then you've said in previous interviews that you discovered much later in life that you were in fact married to the love of your life, because there are many philosophical questions that are embedded in physics. I want to linger on that slightly, and this is at the risk of sounding silly or obvious, but how tight is the link between physics and philosophy? What are some of the deep, profound philosophical questions that physics is trying to answer?
Right. So, I mean, the way physicists practice the profession, you can split it into two parts. One is collecting data, evidence. That's what experimentalists are doing. And the second is a more architectural approach of theoretical physics, trying to figure out what the big picture is. And, you know, when you construct a building, you first need to have a blueprint, and you need to decide how to sort of shape the building. And then, of course, there is a lot of engineering of putting the bricks together and making it a reality. And so in the context of physics, you do have that. And the part that I work on is the more conceptual part. And there you have very fundamental questions like, how did we come to exist? What are our cosmic roots? And as of now, we can date it back to the Big Bang, because the universe is expanding. And if we go back in time, there was a point where the density of matter was infinite. All the matter that we see now expanding was infinitely dense, and Einstein's theory of gravity that was conceived about 108 years ago breaks down. And we know what's missing. We know of another pillar of modern physics called quantum mechanics, and that part is not unified with Einstein's gravity as of yet in a theory that is predictive. So we just don't know what happened before the Big Bang, because we don't have a theory of quantum gravity. And if I ever meet aliens, the first question I want to ask them, what happened before the Big Bang? Because that would educate us about how to unify quantum mechanics and gravity if they know the answer.
Yeah.
And moreover, I'm just curious about my cosmic roots. How did everything start? And we know that the Old Testament talks about one story that indeed it started at some time as a result of a superhuman entity called God.
Yeah.
And God decided to create the universe. Now, this may not be completely wrong if instead of God, you say a very advanced scientist in a white coat in a laboratory who understood quantum gravity could have created a baby universe in the laboratory. So if we had the recipe for making a universe, we could create another one. And in fact, this could explain the Big Bang, because there was no beginning in time. It's just like babies becoming adults and making new babies. So if our universe gives rise to quantum gravity engineers that build new universes similar to it, it's just like babies becoming adults and having babies that become adults that have babies, and that goes forever.